You know what I really wish that this had the tracker like my osmosis. I don't know how I'll be seeing like content creators be going on that digi camera, going on live on YouTube. But I don't know how they do that. I can't wait to learn how to do it. I did it like one time and it did not work. I was like talking for like over an hour, thinking I was live on YouTube because I got the notification in my Gmail saying I was live on YouTube, but actually I never was. And I was pissed. Okay. I actually have to record. I have to record content, and I'm just doing this live stream because I need to, I need to, um, I need to get back in the game. So much stuff. I was gonna make like a whole vlog or whatever the case may be, but every time I go to talk about this shit, it stresses me out and it agitates me so bad, and I go and delete it, and then I'm just like, I don't even want to vlog. I don't even want to talk about nothing. But I'm watching the reaction video with Nique and Lana, whatever. I'm not big on lifestyle YouTubers, really like that. The only type of lifestyle YouTubers I watch are the ones who do like cleaning videos. I like watching the cleaning videos, but as for like everyday, like Nique Laina, those are not my number one go-tos. But definitely wanted to come on live while I get ready so I can do my content for today and like really talk about it, because as I'm watching the video, I totally resonate with both Nique and Laina, and I'll tell you why. So, as you guys know, I got my share of baby mama drama ever since I married my husband. And actually, yeah, ever since I married my husband, it wasn't when we were dating, we had a fine relationship, but when I married my husband, that's when my relationship with my baby mama like just was terrible. And I have been dealing with something for the past like 2 months that I've been just trying to keep to myself, because one, it's nobody's business, and then top of it, if I complain about it, nobody's going to like be on my side type shit. But you know, it's my life, it's my truth. So my husband has 50-50 custody of my stepson, which everybody knows. You've seen him in the videos and everything like that. The 50-50 custody has been going on since the day he was like 1. My husband never had a relationship with his baby mama. One night stand that turns into years of just drama. And a blessing, a baby. My baby. And so, where's my comb? So yeah, so because of how hey guys, you look like a Halloween costume, thanks. Hi, Ashley. So because of their custody agreement, my baby mama has, I guess, like, at the time when they signed it, my husband didn't know me. He didn't have a baby. He wasn't even trying to have any other babies. So he signed a parenting agreement, basically giving them 50-50 split, but gave her the option to choose what school he went to in her area, because she has other children who are grade level. And so she wanted a school where her kids can all go to school together, which makes perfect sense. You're a single mom, you have other kids. Makes sense. However, since then we've had Trace, and since then my husband has got married, and we had a bit of an issue last year because my husband wants Tyron to go to a private school that he offered to pay full tuition himself. For whatever reason, even though she does not have to pay, baby mama does not want her son going to private school. She says she doesn't believe in like organized religion or something like that. She said that people be gay or be like doing stuff to kids. So that was her reasoning. That's what she told me. Anyway, so she took him out of private school and she enrolled him in a public school. Nothing wrong with a public school. However, last year she moved over 30 minutes away from where she has lived her whole life because she got a new boyfriend. And the boyfriend has kids, and so she wanted her kids to go to school with her boyfriend's kids. Stupid as hell. And told me and my husband 2 weeks before school started, because we're thinking he's still going to the private school. He's still going, told us 2 weeks before school started that she registered him at another school 30 minutes away. Of course, we had an issue with it. I had just had the baby. Remember, Trace is born in June. Ty starts school in August. So I'm freshly new mom, C-section incisions, and now I have to get in a car and drive 30 minutes there and 30 minutes back with a newborn and my stepson to get him to school. So of course we were very upset about it. We went to court. The judge sided with her. Okay, cool. That happened back in January. So me and my husband decided to sell our house, the one you guys used to always see me in with the big bathroom, with the big house, whatever the case may be. He sold his home. We got rid of the condo in Las Olas in Fort Lauderdale, and we moved all the way up to damn near Boca Raton. So we can be exactly 7 minutes away from the school. It was a very stressful move. We moved in June. Then we went to DR because I had a brand trip. Then it was my son's birthday. Then we had to go to Dallas for my husband's family reunion. So unpacking and doing all this stuff and moving to a neighborhood that I really don't like. It is an upscale neighborhood. It is an upper echelon neighborhood. Everything like that. Pool, parks. It's not like in the city, but that's what I love. You guys know I'm from New York. It's bad enough I'm living in the South, but you guys know I'm from New York and I love the city life. I love being able to walk to restaurants and walk here, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And we are in the boondocks, like no sidewalks, no street lights, nothing. And so this lady goes and texts us in clear baby mama fashion 2 weeks before school starts. She texted us last weekend to let us know not only did she register him to a brand new school, but get this, she moved back down to Fort Lauderdale, in the hood of all places, mind you. And we're stuck here now. So now we're in the exact same position that we are last year. We moved all the way here to be closer to the school to make it an easy transition for Ty. And without a care in the world, she's taking him from an upscale public school back to a hood rat public school. I mean, like, the school used to be a D grade. Do you know how bad a school system has to be to admit that they're a D school? And they just got it up to a B literally in May. So when I'm watching this whole situation with Nique and Laina, I'm totally understanding both sides, because as a stepmom, you don't get any respect, people expect you not to have any opinions or say anything or whatever the case may be. They don't want you to defend your husband. Mind you, I'm not defending my baby daddy. I'm not defending my boyfriend. I'm defending my husband. They don't want you to defend your husband. They don't want you to have an opinion or suggestion or anything like that. But you're expecting me to do everything. You're expecting me to like show up and support both parents. And just like, basically you're just it feels like a high-end nanny. You know what I mean? And so it's just very, very, very stressful. These past 2 months have been so stressful for me because, one, I haven't said anything on social media, but I am opening a coffee shop. And that in itself has been so stressful. I have poured every dime of my savings into trying to open and build out a coffee shop. It's not a shop that I bought. Well, my husband got it for me. And when he got it for me, it was bare, nothing. I think it was like a office space. Because he did the same thing for his club. He bought a bunch of medical offices, knocked the walls down, and made a club. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you. I'm gonna tell you guys the name. I'm gonna have like another video and stuff like that showing this, so I don't want to tell you guys the name. But my husband did the same thing. And so he got me the space, he hooked everything up for me, but everything else, I have to do the legwork. And as you guys know, I haven't had a job in 3 years. So everything that I've saved and everything that I'm working with, my little 500 views on YouTube and my 2,000 views on Facebook, and then my stuff on Instagram, and the books that I sell, and this, that, and the third, have all poured into this coffee shop that, i.e., is not open. It's been over a year that I've started this process, dealing with contractors, permits, architects, like just so much bullshit and people wasting my time and wasting my money, that I thought I would be open by February, projected to not be open until September. But I still gotta pay rent though. Paying rent on a space that I don't even pay rent in my own shit. And I gotta pay rent for a space that I can't even make money off of. It's been so very, very stressful. And so now that I have to add a travel constraint, I am gonna vlog the process. The only reason why I started to vlog the process, but every time I try to vlog it, I get discouraged, because when I go in there and I'm like, look what's happening, I see that nothing's happening. I see that the contractors are moving slow. I see that a permit got denied. I see I have to pay for a new application for this and that, or whatever the case may be. I see that I gotta buy a new HVAC. I gotta buy a new compartment sink. I gotta reroute the plumbing. I gotta redo the electrical, the AC unit. I gotta pull a line through. So every time I try to vlog it, it's just so much bullshit, and it just makes me cry, and then I delete the video, and then I just wait, because it is a lot. But back to my baby mama. Yeah, so the fact that she like moved him back to the ghetto, back to a bullshit school, and now I have to go and drive down there every day, bro, every fucking day, to get him to school on time. So that means I gotta wake up earlier. So now I gotta wake Trace up earlier. I found a daycare that was literally right next to the school. So I'm thinking like, great, it'll be a one-shot thing. I leave the house, drop one kid here, keep going straight, drop one kid there, and I'm good. Now that he's not there, I could still take Trace to that daycare, but I want Tyron and Trace to be together. So maybe if like we want to go out to dinner or we want to do something, I don't want to have to drive up and get one kid fucking 15 miles this way and another kid 15 miles that way. Like, it's just not beneficial to me at all. So I understand what Laina is going through, because it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. And if you don't, you're an evil bitch that's treating the kid horrible. And God forbid you prioritize your own kid's happiness or like your own kid's well-being. That makes you look, well, why don't you let the dad handle it? Why don't you stay out of it and let the dad? Girl, we're married. It's a partnership. How insane would I look if I said, well, that's your baby, that ain't mine, I ain't worried about it. Like, what the fuck? I deal with it. Mind you, my husband is, and that's where I side with Nique. My husband is not a weekend dad. He's not every 2 weeks. It has been since I've been with him. Girl, you let her tell it. You let my baby mama tell it. Tyrone wouldn't spend the night with her the first couple of months that Tyrone was born, so she claims he's a deadbeat. I don't know, but you let her tell it. He's a deadbeat. The 3 years that I've been with, we've had Tyrone consistently. We have emails, text messages begging her like, hey, if you need us to come get him, if you need us to, we'll keep him here. So that's where I agree with Nique. Because if my baby daddy only sees my son once in a while, yeah, I expect you to spend that money. I expect you to pick him up more. I expect you to do more, because you're not even there on a day-to-day. Me and my husband are there on a day-to-day. And even though we're there on a day-to-day, it's not even appreciated. Like, girl, another reason why I feel as though she removed him out of that school was because even though I lived far away, I'm being dramatic. I didn't live far away. Because I lived like over 25 minutes away from the school, I did still have time to, you guys know, join the PCA, get to know the principal, get to know, you know, some of the teachers, the cafeteria lady. Y'all know me. I'm a gossip queen. I like to chit chat with the people. And so she had found out about that, and went to the school, made a big hoo-ha, rah, 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 and tried to tell those people that basically, and she does this all the time, and I really don't give a fuck because I know it's an insecurity that she has, but she tries to downplay the fact that me and my husband are legally married. So when she goes places, like my husband will ask for, you know, he's been asking for Tyron's medical insurance and his ID or whatever the case may be. She refuses to give it to him because she's under the impression that I want it for some reason. She thinks I'm gonna steal Tyron's identity. She thinks I'm gonna go through his medical records. He's fucking 7. As far as I'm concerned, he doesn't even have any medical records. Doesn't even get sick. You understand what I'm saying? He might throw up and have some diarrhea problems because he want to sit there and eat all that sugary sour candy. But since I've been here, Tyron has never had a crazy sickness where he had to go to a doctor. So I don't know what is in his medical records that she thinks I'm going to uncover. But even if that, my husband's been asking you for that information and you refuse to give it to him. You refuse to put his name down at the pediatrician's office, at the dentist's office. Girl, like next week, I have to go to that school and fill out our information because she will put her boyfriend's information, all her family and her friends or whatever, and purposely leave off me and my husband. So we have to go fill out our own form and all that stupid ass shit. And it's like, it's just so stressful. Going back to why I agree with Laina. Like, girl, I do more than what an average person should because you're always putting up these roadblocks for no reason. No apparent reason. My baby mama, since I've been with my husband, please do not. Tyron is 7, so I don't want to hear her getting online talking about some shit he didn't pay for when he was 1 year old. Since I've been with him, we've paid for every camp, football, after school, tutoring, vacation, what else? I had to call his old school to try to get my money back because me and my husband, we preload his like e-wallet for his lunches and stuff like that. I'm looking in the payment history, girl, unbeknownst to me, all last year, she did not put any money on his account for his lunch. Granted, he does get free lunch, but Tyron fat. Y'all know he fat. My baby want ice cream. My baby want a little fruit roll up. He want a cookie. He want brownies. He want parfait. He loves a parfait, child. He wants all of that. So all last year, me and my husband were the only ones loading up his e-wallet so he could purchase what he wants in the cafeteria. We got into a big fight about the fucking the what is that shit called? The book fair, the Scholastic book fair. I told her, we called her. We didn't call her. We emailed her. We said, hey, Tyron's going to the book fair tomorrow. He wants $50 to spend because y'all know the book fair ain't $1 for a book like it was back in the day. That shit be $10 for a book. He said he wants $50. Legally, in the parenting agreement, they're supposed to go 50-50. I told her, we're going to put 25. You put 25 down. If you don't have the 25, because like I said, she has multiple children, put whatever you want. Here's his account. Homegirl gonna write back and say, you can't tell me how much to spend on my son. You don't let a 6-year-old tell you what they want to spend. Girl, it's a Scholastic. You're supposed to encourage him to read books. So if he wants to buy this book, that book, this book, that book, bitch, you bought Jordans and Nikes. Y'all remember that video? If you don't remember the video, go back and see. You buying Jordans and Nikes for $100 a piece. What the fuck is the problem with paying $50 for some books? Long story short, I loaded up $50 thinking like, okay, if she adds a little something, that'll be even better. Never added the money, never gave Tyron money. He went to the thing, spent the whole $50. Then Heffa had the nerve to allow him to bring those books to her house. Girl, I skirted up in that driveway so fast and knocked on her door. Bring out all my books I paid for. Her boyfriend was outside like, you're so petty. You serious about doing? I'm dead fucking serious. You didn't put a dime into his Scholastic thing, but you think you want to keep all the fun and entertainment and information, intellectual shit at your house? Absolutely not. So I went and got my books, and he didn't even buy a damn book. He bought 2 fucking books, a journal, a spy pen, and some fake AirPods that were pencils. That's what he bought. Yeah, he wasn't keeping that at your house anyway. But the moral of the story is you don't pay for anything. Anything she pays for is for her household, which is food and clothes. And the crazy part is, bro, let me read some of this because I'm about to go off. I feel myself going off. I've been holding this in for like 2 months. Girl, oh my God. Don't be discouraged. People need to know all the things that pop up and happen. I definitely will tune in, and maybe y'all can get the parenting agreement amended. My husband spent $15,000 to get joint custody. Men in America that have children out of wedlock are giving birth to children that they are financially responsible for but have no fucking rights. My husband, there's actually, hold on. A lot of people don't know this, but when you give birth, there are 2 sets of marriage certificate. When you give birth, there are 2 sets of birth certificate forms you have to fill out. If you're a married couple, you fill out one form, and if you're not married, the baby mama fills out one form. When Trace was born, my husband was granted automatic rights. So if I go and do something or whatever the case may be he doesn't agree with, he could take me to court. We don't got to do the whole rigmarole. Because a girl had her baby and they were not married, he has to pay to get his rights back for his child, which is the craziest thing. My husband spent $15,000 on a lawyer to get joint custody when Tyron was 1 year old. And to get the parenting agreement amended or redone just entirely so that it fits both families' needs, he's going to have to spend another $5,000-$10,000. Easy. And then mind you, you spend $5,000-$10,000, don't even know if it's going to get approved. Like I just said, the judge sat up there and my husband told her, I will pay for private school myself. I will take on the financial responsibility to put him in private school. And the judge said, no, keep him in public, keep him over there. But who does that? Like, I've never seen us. So we have to pay to get it amended. We thought about it. And like I said, with my coffee shop and other investments that we're looking to do, with other businesses that we're looking to open, you can't win for losing. I'm trying to tell you. Legally married compared to what? Illegally married? Yes. Legally married compared to shacking up. Congratulations on the coffee shop. You will make it amazing. God willing. God willing, God willing, God willing, y'all. God willing. I've been watching my videos. When I do my Starbucks orders, I'll be peeking around the corner. God willing. I am going to be live streaming more because, like I said, I've drained all of my money. You know, I have a business partner as well. We have drained our money. So we will be working the coffee shop for the first month or whatever so we can build the account back up. So that way we can hire somebody. So I will be going live showing y'all me making my little cappuccino, frappuccino. Bow, bow, bow. Okay. Is Tyron her youngest child? No. She has another child that's 6 months apart from Trace. Did he sign the acknowledgement of paternity? Yeah, he signed it. You gotta understand, my husband is old. And so he had a baby with a woman that he was not dating, and he didn't want a baby. He made it very, very clear, I don't want to have a baby with you. I don't even know you. I had to tell this man when we was filling out the information, he didn't even know her middle name. On Tyron's birth certificate, because my husband didn't have the paternity by the time she gave birth, he didn't come to the hospital for her to give birth to Tyron. But for whatever reason, this lady wrote my husband's name on a birth certificate. I said, girl, this is how y'all know your mama didn't raise you with no pride and no morals. If a man, I wouldn't give a fuck if I was a hoochie mama prostitute that was selling coochie for $5 on the street. If I'm pregnant with your child and you are not present when y'all saw my video when I was giving birth, bitch, I was beluga. I had preeclampsia. I was sick. I was throwing up. I was miserable. I couldn't breathe and all types of stupid stuff. You weren't there to support me, and I'm risking my life. I could have died, and you didn't even show up to the hospital. Your name's not going anywhere. Actually, as soon as they finish stitching me up, I'm getting a one-way flight ticket some the fuck where else, and you're never gonna hear about this baby again. Say that to say this. She writes my husband's name on a birth certificate, doesn't know his date of birth, doesn't know like where he was born, has no information, just a first and a middle and a last name. Then then basically my husband already has a junior, and then she basically she gave him another junior because the names are exactly the same. It's just Tyrone, took an E off, that's it. And it's like, you did that, you did all of that, and you didn't even know if that was your baby daddy. And then most importantly, he wasn't even there, but they went and did a paternity test with the court, and that's when he started the process to get joint custody, because he like knew it was going to be some bullshit. And what be pissing me off is, and going back because I'm getting on a tangent, but I'm always going to try to revert it back to what I was saying. Nique Laina, I see both sides of the coin. I truly do. And I feel so bad for them, because when you're dealing with a child that's growing up in two different households with two different morals, two different values, two different families, one is not better than the other. Like, even though I don't agree with a lot of things my baby mama does, I don't look down on her situation. Well, I look down on her because she gets on my nerves and she's very disrespectful. And she's a baby mama. You got 3 baby daddies. So I'm always going to look down on you because you don't even look up to yourself. Because who would do that? But I don't look down on, when we get to the core of it and I take all the petty and the childish shit away, I don't feel like the way she's raising her kids or her child is poor. You understand what I'm saying? It's not in poor taste. It's not in my taste. It's not up to my standards. But there's nothing wrong with the way she's raising her children in her household. And same vice versa. There's nothing wrong with what we're doing and what we have going on. Like, for instance, I have suggested to her that we get Tyrone a tutor. She writes back, my baby ain't no dummy. He ain't stupid. You trying to say my son's stupid? You lazy. You just don't want to da-da-da-da-da. It's not that I just don't want to da-da-da-da nothing. We have the money to put him in programs that will help him to excel. Like, she'll brag about, oh, he got 80%. He got 80. He's scored an 80. 80 is too close to 70 for my liking. You understand what I'm saying? Me, I graduated with a 3.8. But anybody, you call anybody in my high school, they'll tell you, since I was 17 years old, I was hopping on planes. Since I was 17 years old, I was hopping on planes going down to Miami. My mom used to kick me out because I was so disrespectful. And I would go stay with my cousins and my family in Miami. I would skip school, leave school, walk the fuck out, and I still was coming home with good grades. The only time I've ever failed anything in my career of schooling was fucking aquatics. I failed swimming because I did not go. Did not fucking go. But, oh, I got a good story about that one though. When I was in high school, I really did fail aquatics. And when you fail a class, to avoid repeating it again, I think they made you had to do a report that you had to present to the administrator, the principal, or whatever. And I did my shit on racial discrimination. You expect me as a black woman to get in a pool 4 days a week at 7 something in the morning, and I gotta go through my whole entire school day with soaking wet hair, because they had hair dryers in the gym. But y'all know how long it takes. I have 10 minutes before I get to my next. So I gotta take off my clothes. I gotta dry my hair. I gotta dry myself. I gotta dry my body. I gotta put on my regular clothes, put my wet clothes away, this, that, and the third, and then run across the hall to go to another class. And you think I could blow dry my African American, Brooklyn, New York, 1996, Kiki Curly in 10 minutes? Can't do it. And so I wrote that in my, I think I was in the 9th or 10th grade. Passed me with a C. But where are my bobby pins? So where the hell are my damn bobby pins? So yeah, that's the only time I've ever felt. But the point is, he doesn't have to fail anything. You understand what I'm saying? Tyron is very naturally gifted, especially when it comes to like, hold on. Especially when it comes to math and things like that, he's very, very gifted. He understands concepts when it comes to math. Or, you understand? He got that from his daddy. But he does struggle with comprehension. He knows how to read. He knows how to sound things out. He knows how to spell, but he does not know how to formulate, I think, structured sentences. I know he's 7, so he can't do like you know what I mean? But stuff, I don't know, like the and the and the it's, I don't know, it's just not, it's not really clicking for him. And then comprehension, he could read a whole page, but then if you ask him to summarize it or try to like really explain it in his point of view, what's going on, he doesn't know how to do it. Like he'll just repeat what he just read. But you're like, but why do you think Tom felt like that? Why do you think he wanted to go to the firefighter house? Why? He doesn't know how to do it. So I just feel like if he gets a head start on reading, writing, and comprehension, it'll just make it a lot easier for him. Old girl was pissed. And so, like, that's what I mean about like stuff where things in your family may be okay for you, but things in another family is not okay. And it's not like saying one is better than the other. So that's what I wanted to say. And it's not even just that. It's just like, I'll never forget. This is actually when he probably is going to get so mad at me that I'm talking about this. Hold on. He's probably going to be so irritated with me that I'm talking about this, but I really think it speaks volumes. I will never forget, and this is what I'm talking about, the different households and like what you would find important and what's not important. I will never forget when, he's going to be so mad. Well, I don't think he's going to be so mad. It happened some years ago, so he'll get over it. I'll never forget when one day, my baby mama had emailed my husband at like 6 o'clock in the morning. And she said that she had a dream that something had happened to him and that she wanted my husband to call her so she could speak to her son. That's not a problem. But listen to the time period I said it. She emailed him at 6 a.m. Why, when me and my husband woke up at 8 a.m., there was an officer that had came to one of the apartments that he had previously, but he had family living there now, and we had moved to another place. There was officers there saying that Tyron was abducted, and they were looking for Tyron. And so they were looking for Tyron, they were looking, and so I'm like, what the fuck? And then mind you, it's my husband's day. It's not like it's not his day. I would understand, like, she gets Wednesdays and Thursdays. I would understand if you called on a Wednesday or Thursday. Like, my child's supposed to be with me on this day. You called on a Monday or Tuesday. And so when he spoke with the police, asked him, why do you think he's abducted? One had to show the parenting agreement, custody agreement that he's supposed to be with me on this day. Why do you feel like he was abducted? They were like, oh, because he hasn't been to something with the school. He had graduated kindergarten. So my husband felt like once he had his graduation, he didn't have to come back. Apparently there was like 4 days after the graduation, he was still supposed to come back to school for something. I don't know. The lady called the police and said that Tyron was abducted, or she wanted a wellness check, or whatever the case may be. My husband had to go, show that Tyron was fine, show everything was good, take him to the school, blah, 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 get that sorted out. And I'll never forget, my husband came into the truck and just broke down crying, like sobbing. And y'all know my husband, you seen his video, he big, strong, 6 foot, buckman, countryman. I don't know why I'm speaking in a Jamaican accent, but country hillbilly. You understand what I'm saying? Just a strong man. And that shit broke him to his core. He was literally crying in the car, in front of the parking lot. And I'm like sitting in the car and I'm like, babe, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Just calm down. And he was just like, I can't like deal with this shit. This is crazy. Like this shit is crazy. Like the stuff she was putting him through for no apparent reason was fucking insane. Like, fucking insane. And that is exactly why I, going back to my point, agree with Laina, where I feel like Nique does the same thing. Because you a baby mama and you a single baby mama, you got all the time in the world to be like a hypochondriac and just think of the worst things. And because you're in a space where you're afraid and you're terrified and you're thinking the worst things, now you're involving and inflicting that on the opposite parenting party, disrupting that household, disrupting that thing. And I see where Laina is like, bitch, you are always, it's always. Laina was basically like, you are always fighting. You are always complaining. It is always something with you. Every time this little motherfucker come over here is an issue. And I'm tired of that shit. And I feel her every time. Something is going wrong somewhere. And that shit is so freaking frustrated. And then you are a mother. I'm a mother. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not saying you wrong in your feelings, but sister girl, you wrong in the way like you're just losing your mind all the time. And it's like, unfortunately, that's what you signed up for when you had a baby with a man that you didn't properly vet. And you did not have a continuous relationship with, to the point where you could close your eyes today and know that your child is safe. That's why I see both sides. Okay. There's power and knowledge in books. Jordans can only get you so far. Yeah, the girl is stupid as hell. Stupid as hell. Because, girl, you don't want to pay $50 for books, but you'll pay $100 for sneakers that he's going to dog out and grow out of in a couple months. I mean, at least he got up-to-date sneakers. I don't know what to tell you, bitch. I'll be buying his Crocs from Dollar Tree. I don't give a fuck. Truly, truly do. I buy my own Crocs from Dollar Tree. I go to Kohl's and buy his Vans. So... But I just spent $500 on a tutor for him. He starts his pre-assessment on Monday. I spent $500 for a tutor. So for the next 2 weeks before school starts, you will be getting introduced ahead of everybody else, getting a head start on can y'all hear me? If y'all can hear me, let me know, because I'm also calling on my computer for something. Can y'all hear me? Hold on. Yes, y'all can hear me? Okay. My husband just called me. Can y'all hear me now? So, hold on. Can y'all still hear me? It's hot. Let me go check on Trace. Come on, guys. Let's go check on the baby. Oh my God, I gotta do a video today. Somebody sent him a humongous mat pad to put on the floor that's super, super comfortable. Hi, Musha. No. Hold on. And one thing about this room, you gonna make sure it's nice. Okay, I'm coming, baby. You want some almond milk? You gotta take a nap, Papa? Yeah, you gotta take a nap, big boy. Mama come bring you almond milk. I'll be right back. I know, I suck. It's 1 o'clock. You have to take a nap, y'all. He's pissed. He is pissed, honey. He was having a ball up in there. Okay, let me get some almond milk. Okay, 1 second, guys. 1 second. He's 1 year old, so I'm trying to wean him off formula. So I got him some almond milk. So I'm just gonna warm it up for about 30 seconds. So it's not super cold, so it doesn't hurt his gums. And then we'll get back to chit-chatting, y'all, because I gotta do my hair and my makeup. Let me make me some coffee. I gotta do my hair and my makeup, and I gotta do 2 videos, so it'll work out. Okay. And don't worry, usually you're not supposed to put the milk in the microwave, but it's coming out of the freezer, so it's like really, really cold. Come on, Mook. Real quick, baby. Real quick, Papa. Please. Oh, shit. He knew. Crazy. That's how you know he knows he's tired, because as soon as he saw me with that milk, he went and face planted on the pillow, because he knows damn well he is tired. Somebody said, I saw what you said. You wasn't wrong. You do got to show freedom papers, child, to have rights to your kids. It's actually crazy. And that's where I feel like sometimes I feel like I'm a pig. So I try not to say certain things, but I can't help how I feel. I can't help that I feel like some things are right and some things are wrong. I think it's very wrong for somebody to have a baby with a man who, I think it's wrong to have a baby by a man who you particularly, I think it's wrong to have a baby by a man that you don't want any parts dealing with your child. Like, hold on a second. I'm doing 2 things, so I'm not really saying what I want to say fully. Hold on, sorry. Let me turn the camera on. I gotta turn Trace's camera on. Give me 1 second. But yeah, I feel as though I think it's wrong for a woman to have a baby by a man, knowing that you are not married, and then try to block him from being like, if a motherfucker don't want to be there. And I hate when you have this conversation, people are like, I'm my baby daddy, he can always come get his, he hasn't seen my kids in 10 years and he hasn't given me a dime. Okay, well, bitch, I'm not talking about that type of baby daddy. I'm talking about a baby daddy who is trying to be active in your child's life, and because you guys are no longer in a relationship, you're blocking, you're making a big issue, you're having issues with the girlfriend and the other people involved, the mama, the cousin. I think it should be, if I'm the father and it's shown in a paternity test I'm the father, and I have the financial responsibility of the kid, I should be able to choose, what school he goes to. Like, we're talking about basic ass shit. We're not talking about like something big like life changes of like a surgery or medical or thing. We're talking about like schooling. What school should he go to? Where do I feel like it aligns with my values? Even when it comes to like church and all that other stuff. Like I said earlier, she said she believes in God. She doesn't believe in organized religion. Like, me and my husband are very, very religious. Last night we was praying We was reading, actually we were arguing about the word at 3 o'clock in the morning. We were arguing about what the interpretation was in the Bible for Timothy 2 or Timothy 4, no, it's Ecolis. Hold on, I'm gonna say it, yeah, hold on. First of all, let's give it up for the Bible case. Y'all love my Bible. My Bible case is so cute. I got it from Amazon. On one day, I had walked into church and I saw all these girls with like these bedazzled Bible cases. And I was like, oh, girl, where you get that from? Then you got places for like your highlighters, your pens, your notes and things. I have to fill it up. But you know, when you have a Bible, you have to get certain highlighters so it won't bleed through. So that's, I have to buy it. Then I also got my tabs. You guys can't, but these are like not leather, but they're like fake leather. They're faux leather tabs with gold writing. They are so cute. Okay, and so this is how you know. This is where me and my husband were last night at 3 o'clock in the morning. What is it? Okay, so it's Ecolis, Esiastes. If y'all know how to pronounce that, link a video. There is a video where they teach you how to pronounce all the names in books in the Bible. I haven't had the time to sit down and do that. I would love to, because I be reading this and I just, like, I don't know what type of names they had going on. Okay, so this is where, okay, yeah, so it was Ecolias, 4 verse 9 through 16. And one of the reasons why I love this particular Bible is because it kind of gives you like a little summary of what the passage is referring to. Like, for instance, this one is talking about the value of a friend and popularity passes away. Me and my husband, we really try to focus on having a friendship in our marriage. Like, anytime we talk about something or we're going through something, like, you're supposed to be, well, it's not like, you're my husband, you're my wife, da-da-da-da-da. That sounds like so, like, ownership-y. That's not a word, but y'all know what I mean. It sounds like very ownership. And versus like, you my best friend, you my homie, you my nigga, my ice boom cool. Like, why would my friends do that? You supposed to be my bestie. We tell each other everything. Why would you piss me off like that, buddy? And so that's how we look at our marriage. So let's go straight. Why did I start talking about the Bible? Oh yeah, because old girl don't want him to go to Christian school. Me and my husband say, pray it up. If he come home from the club at 3 o'clock and the word is on us, we'll wake up and read the Bible. Then we'll argue about it. Then we'll go in the kitchen, get us a pecan sticky, put it in the oven, and then go to bed. So, yeah. But I feel, going back to what was supposed to be my original topic, I feel bad for Laina and Nique. I feel bad for Nique because as your baby, you just want your nigga to do right by your baby, and you want everybody who's not gonna hold him accountable to shut up. And you just want your baby to be happy and have the best life possible. But then I also feel bad for Laina because it's like, bitch, this is my husband, okay? He wasn't right for you. Because that's one thing about a man. A man will not act right for somebody if that's not like his person. That don't make that right. But that is right. You understand what I'm saying? He won't act right for someone who's not the right person. That doesn't make it right, because you should always, as a man, treat women with respect, give yourself honorably and things like that, period. But nigga gonna be nigga every time, every day of the week. Nigga gonna be nigga. So that's what I'm saying, why women don't properly vet they men. You don't properly vet him, because maybe that man do the same shit to Laina kids, but for Laina, it doesn't bother her. Like, oh my God, one of my posts on Threads. If y'all not following me on Threads, make sure y'all follow me on Threads. Because I be talking about shit there. I don't go to Twitter. I go to Threads. But I had said something because everybody was talking about the Nelly and Ashanti thing about the diapers. And I said, girl, my husband is 50-something years old and he don't change diapers either. He does not change my baby's diapers at night. I said at 2 o'clock in the morning, nobody reads. I said at 2 o'clock in the morning, my husband is not changing no fucking diapers. I'm changing the diapers. I ain't had no job. I don't pay no bills except for the coffee shop. I don't pay no bills except for the motherfucking coffee shop. But my life, my car, the clothes, everything else, I don't pay for that shit. And y'all know my man own smoke shops and club. And so if he come home at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and my baby crying because he need his diaper changed, no, I'm actually not going to wake him up to do it. I'm not going to say, hey, babe, it's your turn. I'm not. Bitch, I've been home all day. I've been on live for 50 minutes. Y'all saw I just went upstairs to get the boy a bottle of almond milk and put him in the bed. Okay. After I'm done doing my videos, I'm going to make me an appointment to get me some Botox in this area right here. Because now that I'm watching it, I'm going to go make me an appointment to get some Botox on Monday. And then I'm going to take me a nap. Then I'm going to take the meat out of the freezer, put it in the sink, and I'm going to mop a little bit. And I'm going to light a candle. Then I'm going to wake my baby up from a nap and I'm going for a walk to Dollar Tree to buy me a cherry Pepsi and some candy. So yeah, I'm gonna wake up and do that motherfucking diapers. But the point is, people were like going in, talking about, oh, he's a bad dad because he won't change diapers and this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, girl, if you, my husband better never, blah, 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 blah. I don't give a fuck. Okay, I even told a girl was going in. And I had went on her page and I said, sweetheart, really, to be honest, I'm looking at your lifestyle and I'm looking at mine. She was like a crunchy mom. Like, she didn't shave her legs and she had a farm. I'm lying, she didn't have a farm. She just had gardening stuff in her backyard. Average house, shag carpeting. Kids were gorgeous though. Her kids also went to private school. I didn't tell her this, but her kids went to the same private school as Tyron, but I kept that on the zip because I don't post Tyron's private school, so. And he don't go to private school no more, but when he did, I never posted it. So she wasn't gonna know that information, but her kids went to the same it probably wasn't the same because they have different locations. So it probably was the same school charter or like, it was the same brand, different location. But the point is, both our kids went to the same private school. Again, not saying one is better than the other, but I'm saying, I had wrote her, I said, girl, you are more low maintenance. So, your nigga don't gotta do much to show up for you. My husband, he gotta work to the bone because I have things that I want in this motherfucking life. And unfortunately, Paul, you gonna have to give it to me. So my husband work hard. So because he's out there working hard every single day and I don't hear no often, I'm gonna wake up at 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 o'clock in the morning to do whatever I gotta do. He could wake me up. Like I said, we woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, we didn't wake up. He got home at like 3 o'clock in the morning and we went to reading the Bible and praying and they arguing. So if he asked me to wake up, change Tracy's diaper, and then go make him a pork chop, surely do it. It's going in the air fryer, I can tell you that, but it's gonna get done. I got a kernel. I had a kernel in my mouth, child. Oh, girl, now I got the kernel in my hair. I really don't want to put any like product on my edges. Where do I have to go? I gotta go to Tyron's school next week. I don't want to put any product on my edges because I just feel like when you put product on your edges, that means your hair is about to give out. And that's probably why everybody be saying my hair look a mess, because I don't be trying to put product on my hair like that, because I feel like it's such a big one thing about me. If I put product on my hair, I have to wash it out. will put a little satin spray though on my curls because it is a flex hairspray, and this is like weave, so I'll put a little bit on that just to help the curls stay. And that, my leave out and stuff, I'm not gonna put much product on it. I got this from Marshall's for like $3. I love it. I love going to Marshall's and Target. Not Target. I go to Target, bitch, because I go into the sales section. I want to see an apology sale for $1. But no, I go to Marshall's and Target. Why do I keep saying Target? TJ Maxx. Marshalls and TJ Maxx. Let's get my little expensive hair products. Oh, look at all that dead hair, child. Look at all that. Fried and dyed and laid to the side. Okay, girlfriend. Let me see if this is a liquid satin treatment. Yeah, I'm gonna put this on. Where is my tail comb? Damn it. Alright, y'all, we're coming to the end of the video. Any questions, comments, or concerns going on up in here? If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you are looking to follow me on other platforms like ChelseaAlanaa, please do so. Does this lady got a job? She always coming in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. What the fuck is you, an Uber driver? What the hell going on there? And that's another reason why I can't live in close proximity to other people like that. Like, cause I be wanting to call, cause we got an HOA, and that shit pissed me off. Cause you gotta ask for fucking permission to have a birthday party at your damn house, and like motherfuckers be parking on the street and parking all crooked and crazy in their driveway and be coming in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. And I'm not trying to be like, I don't know how to say it without like getting bans or getting, you know, in trouble, but I'm gonna just let you know this neighborhood smells like a lot of matzo ball soup. Not in a bad way, but if you can clock it, clock it. And so they be walking around 20 deep with the damn strollers and be having a procession right in front of my damn driveway. I had to tell the little boy, if you get the fuck out of my damn driveway, because he's trying to wave me down, telling me to go or whatever. And I'm like, no, you foolish young man. You're in my driveway. Like, you need to move. Tell me. Go, go, go. No, you go, go, go. Who the hell am I damn way? But that's another reason why I don't like this area. I am too nosy to live around people who be very active outside. Because then I'm going to stick my my pillow. What show is that where the old lady used to stick her pillow on the windowsill and just watch what's going on? I be doing that shit all day. I be calling my husband. Be like, babe, the lady across the street, she at it again. She at it again, honey. All right, y'all. I have to go and do videos with these makeup products from Shein. Shein's doing premium makeup stuff. So I gotta do an unboxing for Shein. So catch you on the flip sides. Let me wait a couple seconds so I can get up to an hour exactly. I'm telling myself, I'm like, why is it so fucking hot in this damn bathroom? I got big ass candles burning for no reason. Do you like my baby's potty training toilet? He thinks it's a game. puts things in there, his toys in there. He thinks it's the trunk. He does not use it as a toilet though, so. This is so bad. A lot of people don't know you gotta heat this stuff up. Okay, and then I'm gonna just brush it over. I don't want it to be too weighed down, but I want to get a little bit so it'll get that frizz off. Bleach my hair so hard. Well, I got a professional bleach, but you know what I mean. Bleached is so hard. I gotta make sure it stays hydrated. Okay. Gross hair everywhere. Hold on. Alright guys, it's been fun. I'll see you on the flip side. Doo 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 doo.